Welcome everyone to the House of Dre's podcast. I am Dre himself, and I'm finally getting around to this good old fashioned mega death battle. I guess you can call this a mega death battle. This is more of a statement battle or anything like that. It is Pokemon versus Digimon. Now, first, before we get too started up in today's podcast, if you're new to the podcast, hit that like, comment, and subscribe here on the YouTube channel. If you're listening from Spotify, go ahead and hit the 5 stars on Spotify, and also come over to the YouTube channel because some of the videos will be uploaded on YouTube. And of course, if you're on YouTube, head over to Spotify to find the House of Dre's podcast. As you can tell, the House of Dre podcast, we just talk about anything and everything that comes to my crazy mind. So, Pokemon versus Digimon. Let's start this easy. Let's start this easy. First of all, who came first? If I'm not mistaken, Pokemon did come first when it comes to the universe of Pokemon and what they wanted to do. And then behind them, Digimon eventually showed up and did what they had to do. Sales and stuff, we're not focusing on sales. We're talking about a legit Pokemon versus a legit Digimon. However, we can go down and talk about the popularity of both of them. So, first of all, both of these, including Yu-Gi-Oh, are my introduction into anime. If you if those are my introduction to anime. Both of these shows were introduction to anime, including Yu-Gi-Oh. So personally, I do have a biased opinion. I have a biased opinion. However, when I look at both shows, I enjoy both shows for what they were. Pokemon is more of a relaxed, feel good story to where Ash Ketchum, before his story ended last year, Ash Ketchum, young boy from Pallet Town, wants to become a Pokemon master. He gets his very first Pokemon named Pikachu. In the very beginning, Pikachu did not listen to Ash. Pikachu was also a little bit chubby. Shout out to Chubby Pikachu. And that was the very first version of Pokemon that we got. So we went with Ash as he go and explore the Pokemon universe and learn how to capture Pokemon, how to train them, and how to be ultimately a master, going into these gyms, beat the gym leaders, get this badge, and eventually, rise and get his name up there as a Pokemon GOAT. And since the late 90s, I forgot what year, late 90s, all the way up until last year of 2023, Ash Ketchum was doing just that. Eventually, they finally decided to end Ash Ketchum's um, journey of Pokemon, and with his journey ending, I'm not too for sure. I'm not too for sure if the Pokemon fan base is still the same or not. I don't know if people stop watching Pokemon because Ash is no longer around, or they're into the new version because they're supposed to be doing a new series of Pokemon. I think it's out, but I'm not too for sure. I don't know if people are still watching it or they dropped it or whatever the case may be. But Ash is the face. Ash and Pikachu, in my personal opinion, are the two faces of the Pokemon universe. You have Ash Ketchum and then you have Pikachu, or you go Pikachu then Ash, and those two go together. And then Digimon, on the other hand, Digimon was completely different. Digimon, the only thing that the Digimon was focused more on digital pets is what they was called. It was called digital pets. They were Digimon digital monsters are what they call. And they end up transporting a group of kids. The original series ended up transporting a group of kids to the digital world. They met their Digimon partners, not pets. They were called partners. They was partners, and both the Digimon and the kids have to learn each other's. They have to learn each other's and create this bond to help save the digital world. Is what the kids were there for. They was helping to save the digital world because the digital world has changed when it comes to villains coming through and stuff like that, and they had to change and do things like that. And the digital world was different, especially with kids now. And the original series followed season one. Digimon followed the leader of the group, Ty, and his partner, Angamon. And unlike Pokemon's, the Digimon talked. They know how to talk and walk and eat and things of that nature. They did that. They didn't have to. There was no commands for them. Um, Digimon supposedly, the idea was Digimon got stronger with their partner. The stronger their bond, the stronger the Digimon becomes. That was true up until season 3, aka Digimon that was Tamers, up until Digimon Tamers, to where one of the Digimons actually denied having human partners, and being on the side of the bad guys, he was actually able to digivolve on his own and gain strength and more power by himself, and no help from a human to make him stronger. So that became a new thing. That became a thing. And I watched Digimon up until what, season 4? Did I stop? I think season 4. I stopped at season 4. I didn't watch after season 4. Season 5 was supposed to be something, but I didn't watch that season. I should have, but I didn't. I didn't care. I didn't care to watch it. So, but in Pokemon, Pokemon is kind of embarrassed. I think I stopped at Advance, Digimon, Pokemon Advance. That was with I went with it was Ash, Max, and Maxine. No, that's not her name. Max. I think that's his name. And then whatever girl's name is, the second girl, I don't know her name. I know Max was the little boy with glasses, with the hair or whatever. That was his name. I think Max was his name. Or was that the female's name? Wait, I don't know. But that's where I stopped at for Pokemon. I've seen a lot of the Pokemon movies. I'm pretty sure I've seen a lot of the Pokemon movies and stuff like that. But so ultimately, both are just two different things in general, right? Pokemon and the Digimon. They're two different. They're different. They're just different. They're both different. There's no, oh, they're the same. No, they're different. They're complete different. They're not even the same. Only thing that's the same is Mon at the end of their title names. And after that, once you split that away and you watch, completely different. And you think I'm lying, go watch an episode of Pokemon. Doesn't matter. Go watch a random episode of Pokemon, and then turn around and watch watch a random episode of Digimon. Compare the two, and you'll tell the difference between both series. That's the big difference. But I'm here to answer a question that, frankly, I should have been asking. I should have had this answer last year. I think I had a podcast based off of it, but it didn't save. Like, something happened. I forgot what happened. Something happened. I didn't get to save it. But basically, in an all-out war between Pokemon and Digimon, who wins this battle? That's the $1 billion question. Because, if I'm not mistaken, Pokemon had an evolution line that usually ended in either the second one or a third one. For example, Charmander, Chameleon, and then Charizard. And then that was the 3. But then later on in the Pokemon universe, they end up introducing Megas. So now it was Charizard X or so, and he's no longer was it orange? He was now black with blue or something like that. Black and blue or something like that. So they introduced that, and different Pokemons got that. Not all of them. I think different versions of different Pokemon got that. Not only that, but the Pokemon universe expanded so far, way above me. They introduced fairy types and stuff, and it was all different. It's all different compared to where I came from Pokemon. Everything is different. I don't know anything about Pokemon anymore. I ain't gonna lie. I'm original. I'm deep original. I'm way back. I'm way back. Way back. I'm way back from the Pokemon universe. While Digimon, Digimon is very strange with their storylines. Pokemon has the Ash Ketchum storyline, and then on Ash Ketchum storyline, we learn more about the history of Pokemon, and we learn about the Mew and Mewtwo, and then we learn about Luigi, Lugia, not Luigi, Lugia, and we learn about Anthem, is his name, Anthem and them, and we learn about Ho Ho, and we learn about it just keeps going up, keep going up into the big dog of the Pokemon universe. And then, although on the Digimon side of things, while we focus the main story is focusing on the Digidesk and saving the world, but then there's another story that goes on about different stuff. Um, War Greymon and them, and War Greymon and Metal Garurumon, which is our mega forms of Agumon and Gabumon, which is their megas, and then next together they can combine together, and they've made what, Imperiumon. No, 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 no. They made Gallantmon. I think it's Gallantmon. Gallantmon is their fusion, and that's another mega, but that's a higher mega, and he's part of he's part of Knights. He's a part of a Knight group that also involve other Digimon throughout history. And from the Pokemon Tribe movies, which I have not watched all of them, six of them I still haven't watched all of them. What's his name? Alphamon. Alphamon is like the leader of that Knight group, and he's so powerful that he has an ability to where if he doesn't like what's going on, he can restart time. He can just restart the time, and that's it. He can restart time by himself. He doesn't need any assistance, and he's like the leader of the Knights. It seems like, but even so, there are higher Digimon higher than that. So in the world, both worlds introduce super OP Pokemons and Digimon on both sides, and quite honestly, it makes one think exactly who will come out in a victory in a big old battle like this. Because the one thing I'm gonna remove from both sides are the creators of the Pokemon and Digimon universe, because usually the creators of said mons, they don't battle. They're OP for a reason. They don't battle. They created the universe of Pokemon and Digimon. They're not gonna fight. I always remove them from play, and then I go down to the next level and compare them to each other's, and compare and go comparison like that. Overall, if I had to pick into a big old battle, of course I'm outside, so if you hear people moaning yards and stuff, it's always interesting. I'm sorry, this is a side note. It's always interesting whenever it gets a little bit warm outside and people come out here in booty shorts and stomachs is out and stuff. It's like, it's cool outside. I mean, I can wear some shorts out here, but I ain't wearing no booty shorts out here or no short shorts and stuff. It ain't that hot outside, dog. It's nice. It's nice weather, but it ain't that type of weather, man. It's always interesting me. People are interesting in general. That's not the point. So one in the battle on battles, personally, I know this might sound biased, and people are like, oh, you just being biased. No, because I think about this stuff. A Pokemon versus a Digimon. I'm going with the Digimon side of things, quite honestly. I don't think a Pokemon can hang against a Digimon. Let's if I take a look just at this picture right here. I'm not gonna name those two in the back because I don't know who that is on the Pokemon. I don't know who those are. But Charmander versus Agumon. Charmander is really small as a Pokemon. He's probably the same size of a cat or something like that. He's not that big. The Pokemons. First of all, Pokemons are not that big until they evolution, and then the next evolution. That's when they get bigger and bigger. Digimon off the rip, they are already big, right? I mean, look at Agumon. Agumon's right there behind the Digimon poster, the Digimon logo. He's basically he's a dinosaur, right? So he's like the smallest version of a dinosaur. That's still pretty tall. He's probably the same size as my fence or something, or as a regular fence or something from y'all. So he might be the same size. He might be a little bit smaller. He was big. He was he could fit in the car, but he was still big in the car. You know what I'm saying? He's still big, so it's like you could sit him in the seat, but it's like, hey man, let me scoot over, dog. Come on, man, what you doing? Scoot over type deal. Compared to Charmander, he's not gonna take up no room. You can fit all six of those Pokemons in a car. comfortably. You can't fit six. You can't fit. You can't sit all six Digimon in the car comfortably. That ain't happening. I'm just saying. But the size differences is major. Their abilities are different too. Charmander has what fire breath, fireball or something. That's what Agumon does. And Agumon's known to tank heavy attacks and stuff, so he can tank that. Pikachu versus Tentomon, Thunder versus Thunder. I mean Thunderbolt and Thunder versus Super Shocker, which is a Thunder attack. Even though I'll give Pikachu the win because I think Pikachu is faster, but Tentomon also flies, so I'll still give the win to Pikachu. Bulbasaur versus Palmon. Bulbasaur has Vine Whip and Razor Leaf. Palmon has Poison Ivy, which is pretty much Vine Whip. That's pretty much it. I mean, and then Squirtle versus either Garurumon or Gobblemon. Uh, Squirtle has what? Squirtle has Water Gun, and then depends on who he's fighting against. Gobblemon this has Marching Fishes, so he's useless. While the other one has Blue Blaster, which is like the ice attack, which is the ice attack pretty much, or whatever. But if you go down the line like that and they're just in their base rookie forms, it's kind of difficult. Even though Pokemon do get stronger the more they train and stuff like that. But without any training and stuff, and it's a straight up fight, I don't think Pokemons can last too long against the Digimons in their rookie forms, rookie versus rookie forms. I don't think they can. They can't last too long against them, in my personal opinion. And then if you evolutionize up, well, the next evolution for Pikachu would be Raichu, Charmander to Charmeleon, Squirtle to War Turtle, a Bulbasaur to Ivysaur. They get a little bit bigger, but not too big compared to the Digimons. They go from rookies to champions. So Agumon is now Greymon. Gabumon is Garurumon. Tentomon is Kabuterimon. Gobblemon is Ikakumon. And then Palmon is Togemon. They're bigger. They get bigger. So Agumon goes from like the size of a trash can to the size of your house. This is his next evolution, and that's his champion form. And now he's looking down at Charmander. Charmander like, what is going on here? Why is he so much bigger than me? I'll have to evolutionize to the next level, which will be his next level would be Charizard to take on Greymon. But now you have to evolutionize Greymon just to match the next evolution, and that's Metal Greymon, which now Greymon has metal a metal head, and now he has a metal head with wings, a metal claw, and Giga missiles. He has missiles in his chest. I mean, that's the next evolution for him. And then let's say Charizard goes to his mega form. That's that mega form. When the Agumon goes to his mega form, which is War Greymon. You know what I'm saying? So now, like, you want Mega versus Mega, and I don't know if anybody's seen Digimon, but War Greymon has potential to destroy the entire the entire Digimon universe if he wanted to. He was you know what I'm saying? He has that much power. He's very powerful. He's a mega, and I don't know if Mega Charizard has those type of feats, the same that can destroy the Pokemon universe compared to War Greymon. Excuse me. And that's the same thing for everybody else. Squirtle goes to War Turtle to Blastoise, and then Gobblemon goes to Garurumon to Rare Garurumon, and then I guess Blastoise doesn't have a Mega, but he does, and he goes to Metal Garurumon. Better yet, if I'm not mistaken, the entire season one cast since the Tribe movies and then the new adventures, everyone now they've been had this, but now it's anime canon, and now in anime canon, they all have mega forms now. Every single one of them have a mega form. So you got metal grade. I mean, you have war Greymon, Metal Garurumon. You have Hercules Kabuterimon. You have you have Phoenixmon. That's Biomon's Mega. For Gobblemon, one over here on the white on the left hand side with the right next to Agumon to the right. His is Ikemon, which is yeah, it's Ikemon. Um Palmon, hers is Rosemon, and then Patamon up there with the flying one next to the bug looking one, the little smaller one, the little smaller one. His is what is his? His is Seraphimon, which was a major Digimon for season 4, and he was OP. So, so they all end up getting megas and stuff as the next evolution for them, and their evolution is crazy. So even if we take all the Pokemons and max them out to their maxes, mega forms, or their highest form versus the Digimon doing the same thing, a lot of the Digimon have mega forms and stuff, and they're just absolutely powerful. And then even though I didn't talk too much about the top tier versus top tier, Lugia and Mewtwo and all then well the Digimon also have their top of the food chain too, where they have, like I said, the knights, they have the four, what do they call them? There's like the four guardians of the digital world or something like that, which they was super OP too. I don't know how powerful they were, but they was super OP too. It was four of them, but that was from season 4. That doesn't, you know what I'm saying? The list between the two, in my personal opinion, is just a little too much for. I think personally, it's a little too much for the Pokemon universe to have. I think the Pokemons could battle for a little while, but eventually, eventually, I think the Digimon's mega forms and stuff is way too much for a Pokemon to handle. Like I said, season 1 Digimon and all their mega forms. If you want to take their mega forms out the window, or no, I mean you can't do that because that's their transformations. So if you take a Digimon and you take season 1 Digimon, just season 1, not the new Adventures 2021, just season 1 back in the 1990 whatever year, 6 or something like that. If you take their max form and stuff, Metal Garurumon, I mean Metal Garurumon, War Greymon, Metal Kabuterimon, I forgot what Beamon's was. I forgot what Beamon's is. Um, Zoodlemon, Lilymon, and Magna Angemon. Oh, I forgot about in what is it? Angelwamon. If you take just them versus the Digimon world, they probably beat a lot of those Digimons by themselves. I don't see Metal Charizard doing anything. Raichu ain't doing anything. Venusaur, a lot of those Digimon, and then they're really not as strong as the Digimon. Not only that, but in the in the Pokemon world, effects also makes what they are also plays a big factor. So a fire can beat a plant type. Well, Digimon doesn't have those problems. We don't care what type you have. We can give you the smoke. Basically, is one view is what's up type deal. It's what you're gonna do about it type deal. So that doesn't work. So even Blastoise uses water, his Hydro Pump against War Greymon, it might hurt, but he's tanking it, and then he's gonna go Terra Force or something, and then GG type deal. It's crazy. It's literally ridiculous. Even though water beats fire, but his Terra Force is like Grand Canyon level almost. I don't even know. I'm not gonna hype it by it, but he can destroy mountains easily with that Terra Force. That too dang on easy, quite honestly. A little too easy, in my personal opinion. And then that just from season one. Doesn't count season two. And season two was able to DNA digivolve, which they end up taking two of the Digimons and fusing them together to make their megas and stuff. That doesn't include them tamers to where their mega forms, I mean, where the kids have the Digimon, and they was actually using the Digimon cards to boost up their stats. And then the mega forms was the kids fusing with their Digimon to make their mega. They give them more absolutely crazy power. That doesn't include Frontier, which is season four, to where the kids are the Digimon themselves, and they have a spirit form, which is, I guess you can call that the rookie form. Their beast form, which you call that their, I mean, I guess rookie. No. Rookie forms would just be the kids, and then their champion form is their spirit. Their was it champion ultimate is their beast, and then a fusion of both their spirit and their beast could be arguably their mega, and then the main character, the main character and the second main character, basically they end up having access to where they can go beyond that to next levels, and then they can fuse together to make a fusion Digimon. It's ridiculous how the Digimon universe truly works. It's ridiculous, quite honestly. And I'm putting that all out there and saying, can a Pokemon even handle that much power and strength and skill sets just from the seasons alone? And I didn't count none of the villains. I'm not counting any of that. I'm not counting the Pokemons the Digimons that come later on in the other seasons I never watched, or the Try movies, or the Adventures 2020. I ain't counting none of that stuff. I'm just counting what I've seen from the show, and that's not including the megas that popped up that was villains like Paimon and Puppetmon and Mega Seadramon and all those. I didn't count any of those guys that were so powerful that only a mega can kill them type deal. It was ridiculous. Ridiculous in my personal opinion. So let's to end this off. We're gonna end this off with Screw Attack's Death Battle. So Screw Attack Death Battle about 8 years ago. They did Pokemon versus Digimon. It was, I'm pretty sure it was Ash Ketchum's Charizard versus um Ty's War not War Greymon, Greymon, not War Greymon, just Greymon in general. So we'll watch that together here just to end this little podcast off. Let's full screen this one and let's look at it together. The play button. I skipped all that shit.
There's nothing better than a campfire, delicious marshmallow.
Not Ash.
That Pokemon, you killed my marshmallow! Whoa! You can talk? You must be really rare.
Hey, Agumon. Okay.
For it!
Okay, buddy, go for it.
Pepper breath!
Agumon. Okay, buddy, let's kick this up a notch.
Agumon! Digivolve 2!
Greymon! Let's try!
Mega Punch!
Tail whip!
Get up, Charizard! No!
Huh. I guess that's that.
It's not over yet. I believe in Charizard!
Whoa! He Digimon!
No, this is Mega Evolution! Let's go, Mega Charizard! Dragon Claw! Flare Blitz! Die!
Agumon, no!
Agumon! Warp Digivolve 2!
For Greymon!
What? It evolved again?
Yeah! Now you'll see what a real Mega Form can do.
Charizard! Take him out quick! Fire Blast!
Great Shield!
Dragon Claw! Use Swift! That's it! Set him up! Perfect! Charizard! Blast Burn! Woohoo! Yes! We did it!
Stop hurting my friend!
What? Ow! What are you doing? We're not supposed to fight!
Call off your dragon!
My turn! Let's see you fly without ease! Ty, look out!
Oh, jeez. Charizard, you okay?
Timon Force!
That was rough.
KO!
Ow! My childhood!
Charizard may have started off with a mobility and versatility advantage, but the difference in power between the two only grew as the battle went on. First, when comparing the trainers, Red's bond with Charizard was strong enough to Mega Evolve, but like most Pokemon, their relationship is still one of master and, well...
Slave, come on, you know it's true. I know there's the bond of friendship and whatever, but when Red's through with Charizard, it's back to the tiny spherical prison.
Tai and Agumon, on the other hand, are best friends on equal footing, and Agumon's fighting power comes directly from Tai.
Yeah, these kids were called the Digi-Destined for a reason, and together they had enough power to stop an attack which could have wiped out both the digital and real worlds. And this is the power Agumon's using to Digivolve.
Charizard's flame could melt boulders, but that's hardly comparable to Chrome Digizord armor.
Hell, Metal Greymon alone is officially documented as possessing the power of a nuclear warhead. And War Greymon has weapons specifically designed to kill dragons.
Honestly, it all comes down to a huge difference between Pokemon and Digimon itself. The escalation of evolution. Pokemon evolution improves monsters in increments, whereas the gap between Digimon forms is often massive and quite frankly absurd.
In the end, Red and Charizard couldn't even hope for as much as a tie.
The winner is the
Yeah, right there. I'm gonna not only just kill dragons, but War Greymon, his metal was strong enough to pretty much kill other mega type Digimons in season 1. So they had to fight against like I said, Pied Mine, and it was a what was it? Machine Dramon. Machine Dramon's metal was so strong that it had to be his type of metal to kill him. And War Greymon's metal was made of the same metal as his, and he was able to slice him up, slice and dice pretty much in one hit. But they also had another Digimon battle between Renamon and a Pokemon and Renamon and some other Pokemon, but I don't know who that Pokemon is, so I wasn't gonna look at that video. I ain't gonna lie, because I have no information on that type of Pokemon at all. Plus, it's Renamon, and it's kind of weird because I wonder if they made Renamon transform or not. If not, then another thing, if you notice in that death battle, and what they was, I mean, throughout that death battle, if you notice, is that Pokemon, like I said, Pokemon has to listen to their trainers and masters to know to do the next move. You know, Red's like, use this, use this, use this, use this. Compared to a Digimon who didn't say anything. As you could tell, Ty didn't have to say a word to Agumon outside of let's kicking up a notch and stuff like that. And if you could tell in that very beginning, I think that would happen for real, to where Agumon in his rookie form is trying to fight a Charizard. Charizard is bigger than him, but Agumon's still going to try and fight him. And then you saw the the gap between the differences in size between Greymon and Charizard. And then, as you could tell, they skipped the whole entire War Greymon. I mean, not War Grey, Metal Greymon for a reason, because if Metal Greymon came out to fight freaking Charizard, Charizard wouldn't survive that. And yes, it is true that legitimately Metal Greymon is a nuclear warhead by himself. He has missiles in his chest. That picture stuff, that was missiles in his chest. He has two of them. It's called Giga Blasters. He has two of those in his chest. And then War Greymon is the mega version of Agumon. As you can tell what happened, this, even though there was a little, it's a death battle though. I'm not tripping. It's a death battle, and death battles they go a little too crazy. But it's kind of really accurate into how War Greymon fights. He can they can tank a lot of stuff, and they can dish it right back out most times than not. You have to be pretty much a mega on their levels for them to really struggle in a battle. And I don't think Pokemon's megas is on the same level as a Digimon mega, in my personal opinion. But that's my personal opinion. If between the Pokemon universe and the Digimon universe, who would win in a death battle? In my personal opinion, I slide with the Digimon universe. I think they just have too much overall strength and power compared to a Pokemon, and a Pokemon just wouldn't be able to keep up enough. They had Red, like I said, I thought it was Ash, but it was Red. Red is I think he was a more trainer than I think he was a better trainer than Ash was when it comes to Charizard and stuff. But as you can tell, the Pokemon Master had to say this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, just to keep this for Charizard to react and do stuff, to fight back. Digimon are trained, are automatically fighting. They fight a lot. So they don't have those issues at all. 0% issues. But personal opinion, of course, let me know down in the comment section. What side are you sliding with in an ultimate death battle? What are you thinking? Am I bugging? I might be bugging. I might be bugging. I could be bugging. I could be bugging. It could be Pokemon could win, but I just don't see it. I really don't see it. The strongest Pokemon that I've personally seen was Mewtwo. Was Mewtwo because he was a telepath and he can move everyone around and stuff and do things like that. In the Digimon universe, I don't know if they have a telepath in the Digimon universe. If I take a, let me see, let me take a look real quick, because I don't think, I don't know if Digimon has a telepathic like that. Does Digimon have telepaths? Telepathers, or Digimon with psychic abilities. Let's go with that. Uh, Oh yeah, minus my oldest mod uses psychic power several times. Mm, I forgot about that. I don't know because now like they're naming ones, but because now that because they're bringing in the villains, and some of the villains are yeah 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 some of the villains yeah some of the villains like my oldest man he was able to tank. He was able to tank a lot of their hits. It was ridiculous, quite honestly. I ain't gonna lie. He was kind of OP. OP. But hey, that's just my personal opinion. Like I said, Digimon versus Pokemon. Like I said, I think Mewtwo might be their strongest. Maybe. I mean, he's one of their strongest, but I'm pretty sure in the Digimon world, there's a Digimon that can match him. I just don't know exactly who would it be. I'll have to do a lot of research, which I'm not doing. I just came to make this video right quick. But of course, if you're on YouTube, hit that like, comment, and subscribe. Share this everywhere. Let me know your personal opinion down in the comment section. If you're on Spotify, drop 5 stars on Spotify. Pretty please, that'd be wonderful. If you're on Spotify, come over to the YouTube channel, House of Dre on YouTube. And of course, if you're on YouTube, go to Spotify, House of Dre's podcast on Spotify to hear other videos that most likely won't be made into a YouTube video. My name is Dre, and I'll catch you guys on the next podcast.